They're not freeze dried. They're the TCM extract granules. They're
that's
not
what I'm talking
exactly.
about. Yeah,
They're
you have to use high doses of it, and that
you need really high doses.
really. Huh.
That's been my opinion. They
Wonder why.
used to. They're, excuse me.
I wonder why.
I just think that a lot of the, well, it depends on what brand you get, I guess, but a lot of them don't seem to be very strong. There are a couple companies that seem to have better quality. It just depends on the quality of those extract granules. Some of them, there's a lot of carrier agent. In some cases, there's not. But anyway, there used to be a product from Russia, from Soviet Union, that was a Luthero solid extract. Or actually it was a fluid extract, but it was very, very thick and really strong. And you did not have to take massive doses of that stuff to notice an effect. But if you were talking about an Eleuthero tincture, you have to take considerable doses. If you're talking about Eleuthero as a decoction, and making it as an infusion isn't going to do much of anything, because it's basically you're grinding up wood here. Right. So you need to decoct it, and you need fairly high doses. And it also depends what you're mixing, how big a part of a formula is it. And so, yes, without a doubt, in TCM and Ayurveda, we tend to see much higher doses than we see from what most American herbalists are doing. And I will, this might be controversial, but I will say that I also see some American herbalists who are using doses that are so small,
right,
that I'm like, when somebody says they use chickweed, 3 drops of chickweed tincture 3 times a day, I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And to be honest with you, I have to say that, when I started hearing people talk about this, because this is not just an American phenomenon, there was an Australian herbalist, Dorothy Hall, who used tiny drop doses. So it's not just an American phenomenon, but I at times have tried experimenting with that. And I'm not talking about drop dose herbs like a phytolacca or a pulsatilla or an arnica or an aconite, which, drop doses are appropriate. And I've tried that. And with the exception of a very small number of people that I will call the deficient Boulder vegan, those kind of drop doses, and what I'm talking about is people who are just oversensitive to everything. They get on an elevator where somebody was wearing too much perfume 2 days earlier. It just knocks